up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full highest health stat Pokemon team. So basically these were the 6 Pokemon that had the highest base health stat. Now, I took out the legendaries and Ubers to make things a little bit more interesting and duplicate evolutions. Alright people, this was actually meant to be for Mystery Monday and it landed on Tuesday. What a surprise, I bet you never saw that one coming. Leave those teams in the comment section below. Any feedback on the video would be wonderful too. I do live reading your comments. Okay, so this one was against Napalm on my chat. If you people want to battle me, that is in the description of the video. I take my battles on my chat randomly each day. So we have a Latios lead. I've got a Snorlax lead. Now, to suit in with the highest health stat on each Pokemon, I actually put full health on every Pokemon in EVs. So let me run you past this amazing Snorlax set. This is a Choice Spec Snorlax with Thick Fat, Max Health, Max Special Attack, Hyper Beam and Up, Blizzard, Thunder, and Psychic for those fighting types. Unfortunately there, it's going to be able to live my Blizzard Choice Specs and it's going to activate a freaking weakness policy. Oh dear, this is bad. Okay, so I've got to swap out Big Boy here, and I'm going to swap in my Wobbuffet. Now, Wobbuffet I thought would be a nice swapping because it can sponge that Psychic move being Psyshock, and, I can try and go for another, just a Mirror Coat afterwards if it is a fully physical set, special set, and not a physical set. Alright, anyway, so I got a little bit of leftover recovery. I was hoping this didn't actually have Draco Meteor. Thank God it didn't, because I knew that I wouldn't be able to actually live that one at all. However, with Dragon Pulse, I had a chance of living, which I did, ladies and gentlemen, going for the Mirror Coat there and sending G-Phonics to its grave. That is down, so that was a good start there, dodging. Not only did I preserve my Snorlax, I was able to take out the weakness policy Latios there rather nicely. Okay, so Wobbuffet is basically dead weight here. This was a Destiny Bond Mirror Coat counter encore set with leftovers and Shadow Tag, Max Health, and Split Defenses. Anyway, so the Swallow actually goes for the Quick Attack there, and I live. I'm going to lock it into the Quick Attack, which is fine. I'm going to give it a little bit of an encore. That's cool. I actually didn't really even expect to live that. Now, that would have been, I was actually going to go for the Destiny Bond after this, hoping that I could live on 1 health and take out the Swallow. However, it's going to go for another Quick Attack, and with the Guts ability, that's going to be too much for my Wobbuffet to actually live. That lipstick, though, people. Anyway, so I've got to get around this thing. It is locked into Quick Attack, which is good. So this means I can obviously force a swap or take a Quick Attack. So Alomomola is my, actually, a physical attacking one. I quite like to use this. Let me run you over this amazing set. So, Quick Attack does monkeys. I'm going to go for the Fightium Z Wake Up Slap. I've got knockoff on this, Bounce for grass types, and Waterfall. Max Health, Max Attack. Quite a fun set, actually, and you actually run Aqua Jet on that if you want some priority. It is very, very slow. However, with the Regenerate ability and a Choice Band Pokemon tend to swap out a lot, or even Choice Pokemon, so the Regenerate ability actually complements that and makes it work rather nicely, and it's quite fun to use. Anyway, so it actually lived that amazing attack somehow. The next move is going to be enough to take it out. However, I wasn't sure if the Swallow would be swapping here. I swapped out my Alomomola anyway to get a little bit of Regenerator boost, and I swapped in my Slaking here, which was actually another interesting set. This is probably the most terrible set on my team. Alright, so I've got Rocky Helmet on this one, which is going to take out the Swallow. Let me break down this absolutely amazing set for you. This is Toxic with Slack Off, Block, and Swagger. So the idea was to trap them in with the Truant ability and go for the Toxic. Tank a couple of hits because Slaking has a lot of health and it's got nice defense actually. Block them in with the Toxic and swagger them and just use Slack Off when you're not Truanting. I know it's an absolutely terrible set with Truant, but I want to run it. Anyway, so we have a Knockdown coming in using Synchronize. Really cool move. I like Synchronize. Which is going to be, if you guys don't know what Synchronize is, it's a Psychic type move. It's got very nice base power too. If you do share the same type, this can work for dual types as well. This move will land. If you don't share the same types, the move will fail. You can use stuff like, Soak to change the opponent's type, then use it. Like I use that in Golduck sometimes. It works rather nasty. Just a little example there anyway. Quite a cool move. So going for the block there, doing high fives with the Noctowl's feathers. Now it's going to go for a Hyper Voice. So it's not only does it have Synchronize, it's got Hyper Voice too. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get off. I could have gone for Slack Off there, but I thought, no, I'm just going to go for that. I want the Knockdown to stay in, and it's going to do some nice damage with Toxic anyway, and then I could probably swap in a Pokemon afterwards to just revenge kill it. So Slaking is down, but he's not out, people. He's going to return in the next battle. Make sure you stick around for that one too. It's rather interesting. Okay, so we have Blissey here. Now, this Blissey set was an amazing set. You just won't believe this one. I've got Max Health and Max Attack. I've got Protect and Last Resort. holding the Silk Scarf just for that extra base power, people. I know it's OP, but yeah, you've just got to run the Silk Scarf just for the extra little bit of power. I've got Natural Cure on this if anyone tries to do a Scummy, Toxic, or Will-O-Wisp on me, just in case I can swap that one out. All right, so Knockdown's going to do nothing to me with all its special moves. Now, yesterday, people actually uploaded a Fang Pokemon team. That didn't actually get sent out properly. YouTube did its usual GG mess up there. So if you guys want to check them out, you should. I know lots of people wouldn't have seen it because YouTube did its thing. Anyway, so we have Bravery coming in here, which is going to be able to take me out with a peck, basically, and that's going to be me down. The only good thing about this was because all the recoil actually took, because Blissey has max health. So, oh my god, look how much it did. It did 3/4 damage. Sounds pretty good. I was happy with that. All right, sending in another big boy, being Wailord. This Wailord set was amazing. Okay, so on this I had a Defense Curl rollout set with the Quick Claw and Soak, so I could change the typing if needed. However, it's going to go for a Brave Bird. I mean, that's going to be enough to take out the Bravi just purely because of the max health on Wailord 2 and max attack with the Adamant Nature. So I could go for the Defense Curl. Now, I actually got a mini sweep with this, right? This was against, I'm not sure who it was. I think it was on my chat, or I'm not sure. It might have been like when it was someone's internet DC, right? But I got down 3 Pokemon in a row. I got the Defense Curl up, right? Quick Claw activated 3 times in a row. I just demolished their team of rollout. It was so funny. They had all flying types. Anyway, so the Star Raptor is going to take me out with a Double Edge. Another very scary Pokemon. I don't have many options left here, so I'm going to go into Alomomola since I've got nice base health and defense. So now it's going to go for the Double Edge there. I just hang on 29th health. Does so much damage there with the Choice Band. I was guessing after that. Going for the knockoff, and as you can see, the Choice Band was revealed. Take Staraptor out there, which was cool too. Now, this was pretty vital here. So I was thinking, well, Snorlax is my Choice Specs Pokemon. I've got Thunder on it, right? So I'm going to be able to go for that Swanna on this one. So I thought I could swap in. There's no point swapping in. I don't want to take any damage. Alomomola can go down here. It's not going to do a hell of a lot of damage anyways. It's not particularly bulky on the special side. So my last Pokemon, as you know, is a Snorlax. And as I said earlier on, it's got Thunder. So going for the Thunder, this is going to go for the Scold. I know this is not going to do too much to me because it's Snorlax. It's very bulky. Ugh, Thunder misses. I'm like, damn, that really sucks. I only need 1 on this thing because it's 4 times, and I've got a Choice Specs. Okay, so another Skull coming from the Swanna. I need to land this turn. It's going to be very, it's going to be very close if I can live another one. Finally, Thunder lands there on the Swanna, and it's going to Focus Sash. I'm like, no, you're kidding me. Okay, anyway, it gets better, people. I get the Scummy Parahax. I'm like, sweet, this is really good. Now I'm going to go for the Thunder again. It's going to get paralyzed. I'm like, yes, baby, I won this. Sweet. Thunder misses again. I'm like, what the serious? And it's going to go for a Scold, and it's going to be able to get past the paralysis and take me out. I'm so salty. Anyway, people, I hope you enjoy that one. I think I've just got high blood pressure. All right, let's get to the next battle. This is a battle against Midstudent on my chat using the same team and the same incredible strategies. So we have a Claydol lead here. So obviously when I see Claydol as a lead, I think like, Screener, Stealth Rock, those kind of roles. It's very good at running those ones. I like Claydol. It's a cool Pokemon. All right, so it's going to go for the Reflect. Never saw that one coming. Now, since I've got Snorlax as a lead, I can go for the Blizzard. And since I set up a Reflect, I'm going to be able to hit it really, really hard. Okay, so obviously it doesn't take it out, but it does 3/4 damage with Blizzard. So here was the opportunity to swap at the Snorlax out or take the risk of going for the Blizzard and hoping it hits or swapping it out. I took the risk, and guess what? It landed, and that was enough just probably to take out the Claydol. So that was a really good start. It did, however, get both its screens up, but I got it, I took it out and didn't take any damage, so that wasn't too bad. My team was very, very bulky anyway. Okay, so we have Darmanitan. This thing is very, very hard to check. It's just a difficult Pokemon. So swapping in Wailord anyways, I thought I could get some of that mad roller action happening. It's going to go for the Superpower on Wailord. Does so much damage. Straight away I'm thinking, gee, I think that could be Choice Band, right? Or definitely Choice. So now it's going to go for another Superpower, and that's going to be enough to take out Wailord. So unfortunately, Wailord couldn't do much this battle, but it was very, very hard to swap into that one. Snorlax does have thick fat, but I knew that it would be carrying Superpower, or at least a fighting type move, a Hammer Arm. Most of them run... like a lot of them can run Superpower. That's better because they don't want that speed drop from Hammer Arm unless you're running like a whacked out Trick Room set. Anyway, so Darmanitan obviously was going to always swap out there after those Superpower drops in the Alomomola threat. So going for the knockoff on the swap, going to take out the Scope Lens on the Kingdra. So another really threatening Pokemon, obviously a Focus Energy. critting Kingdra. So swapping in Wobbuffet, I thought this would be perfect. So now it's going to go for the Focus Energy on this turn. Never saw that one coming. So it's got a high chance of getting a crit. However, it doesn't have the scope lens, so it's not going to be 100%. So now it's going to go for the Flash Cannon against me. I went for the Mirror Coat there, hoping it'd be a special one, which it normally always is, which is cool. It gets a critical hit. I'm going to go for the Mirror Coat, and that's going to be enough to take out the Seadra. Oh my god, I said Seeking Seadra, the freaking Kingdra with the Mirror Coat. Best commentary ever, guys. Best commentary. Someone's gonna get like so triggered in the comment section, be like, oh my god, you call that a Kingdra and a Seeking. Oh my god. Anyway, let's get to this battle. So we have a Dragonite coming out, swapping out Wobbuffet. I'm going to save that one for a little bit later. So swapping in my amazing Slaking set, got to get that OP Toxic op, and then I can trim it for the next turn. However, speaking of Toxic, the Dragonite's going to go for a Toxic on my Slaking. So it's like, that sucks. That's my Slaking basically screwed. I can't do anything. I've got slack off on this to recover, but it's not like I'm running a classic Pimpnite sleep talk rest set. Anyway, so going for Toxic myself on the Dragonite. I thought that'd be a good play. Dragonite's a very scary Pokemon, and it can run a massive amount of sets. So it's going to be the Wrap Toxic set. I've never seen this one in my life. So it's going to trap me in with a Wrap. I was guessing maybe it's going to have Roost and maybe Sky Drop. That was a set I come up with a long time ago. I quite like it too. It's cool. You can trap them in with Toxic, and you can Sky Drop them, and there's poison damage, does damage in the sky. It's quite cool. Anyways, so I've got the poison up on the Dragonite, so I thought I could block it in here, or I could go for the Slack Off myself. But I thought, instead of going for Slack Off, they're just going to swap out, and that's going to be annoying. So I want the toxic damage to really rack up on the Dragonite. So I decided to stay into this one, because I'm wrapped. Anyway, so a Dragonite's going to lift my big gorilla ass into the sky. It's going to take a little bit of damage itself with the toxic, and I'm going to take a fair bit of damage too, because I've had a toxic for longer than the Dragonite. Anyways, so I was thinking, well, I'm not going to live this turn, but it's all good. Dragonite's going to take some damage, and I might be able to swap something into Revenge Killer later. Anyway, so Dragonite finally releases the big gorilla, and takes a bit of damage from Rocky Helmet, which is cool there too. So it's going to have a little bit of leftover recovery. I'm guessing it's the EVs that I normally run on is like max health, max special defense. You could probably run it the other way, but I find it works better with special defense. Okay, so Slaking's going to go down. That's fine. I've got another Pokemon that I can easily swap into it, and the toxic damage is doing nice there. So I was thinking I could swap in Snorlax here, or I could go for the Protect Last Resort Blissey, which is, you just won't believe how OP it is. So going for the Protect here, I thought that'd be cool because I can get another round of Toxic on Dragonite, and Dragonite could be tempted to go for a Sky Drop because it's a physical move, and Blissey's basically got 0 defense. Anyway, so getting some more damage up with the Toxic. Now, Dragonite can opt to go for a Roost, or it can swap out. Even if it did the Roost, I know that I could go for a full-powered Last Resort, and that would do something to it, and the Toxic would probably be enough to nearly actually take it out. Alright, so Dragonite's going to go for the Sky Drop. It's just going to be able to live there, so the next turn it's going to be able to do, it's going to go down. It's going to do some damage to me. However, I know this set, I know how it works, and probably most of the EVs were invested in health and special defense, so it didn't have max attack. So still doing a lot of damage to Blissey, just my base health saving me there, and Dragonite is going to finally go down to the toxic damage. So that's not too bad. Dragonite is down. That was this team was actually pretty threatening. So we still had this Darmanitan sniffing around, so there's no, like, my options to swap into stuff were very, very limited at the moment. So I really had to sack Blissey. It's not like I could swap into Snorlax. I couldn't comfortably swap into Alomomola either because, this wasn't a tanky set. This was an offensive set. Anyways, questionably, I could have swapped out and done some regenerator swaps, but I just didn't have the other Pokemon to back it up. Snorlax is weak to Superpower too. Anyway, so swapping in Snorlax here, I thought it might encourage them to stay in for another Superpower, but that is not the case. So Pikachu's going to come out. I went for the Scummy Hyper Beam here. It hits. That's going to do like 1 million damage to Pikachu and take it out there in one shot. Now Darmanitan can freely come in and go for a Superpower. Since I'm on recharge. I really needed to draw this out. I needed to get rid of it. This was a big problem at the point in time. So Snorlax is obviously going to be on recharge. Now, I actually had thick fat on this set. It's going to go for the Flare Blitz. Holy damn, that does a lot of damage. That was a critical hit. So that's a lot of recall damage. So that was good, at least. It got some recall. Now, Snorlax, there's no way it can swap out. So I thought, let's just keep it in. Now, next thing here, I was thinking, I could go for a Alomomola. I know I was very confident at this stage in the game that it was definitely choiced, and I thought I could swap a Alomomola and go for the Waterfall and finish this thing off. Anyway, so swapping in Big Love Disc, Now, this was the thing. Was it going to swap out or was it just going to go for it? It actually stayed in and went for the flare blitz. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to believe this one pretty well, right? It gets another critical hit, does so much damage to me with that crit, and it nearly takes itself out with the recoil damage. I'm going to go for the waterfall and finish off the dumb engine. Man, that thing is so scary. Even with, like, stuff with low Momola, I didn't have much to check it with. Okay, so I got one Pokemon left apart from the, the big love disc, and there's one Pokemon left, which is the Horlucha. So I'm on low health. I'm thinking, this is questionable. Should I stay in here or should I get the regenerator boost and maybe, fight another day with it or swap on my next Pokemon? It's, however, going to go for the Me First. I decided to stay, and it's going to go for the Me First, which is going to steal my Waterfall and give it a boost in speed. So that's going to be a Hydro Vortex, which is good because I'm going to be able to resist that since I'm a long molar. I know that I can live this one pretty well. And that's going to be able to live on 44 health there. I went for Waterfall, obviously, because it went Me First. What Me First does, it takes the first attack you use. If you're faster than it, you get to use it. If you're slower, it fails. So it's not one of those priority moves, unfortunately. That would be really cool if it was. Anyway, so swapping a Wobbuffet, I thought this would be a good go into Pokemon. It's going to go for the Hone Claws. So as soon as I see Hone Claws, I'm thinking, well, Encore would be nice here, right? I can maybe trap it into Hone Claws. And if it goes for another one, because, when you see a Wobbuffet or a Wynot, you think straight away, oh, let's set up on it, right? We need to take this thing out in one shot. However, Wobbuffet or Wynot does have Encore, so that's rather good too. However, it's just a limited amount of time at locking the opponent into that move. However, that was really my only option at this point in the game. So going for the Encore on that, which is going to lock it into using Hone Claws. Now, quickly, with the Alomomola, I wasn't sure how much Waterfall was going to do. I was guessing it was going to it wouldn't take it out, but it'd get very close. I had my Z Wake Up Slap too, which I knew wouldn't be enough to take it out because it was not very effective and it was just a terrible move in general. Anyway, so Horlucha is going to be locked into the Hone Claws. I just wanted that. I wanted that Encore to last long enough before it hit me with any kind of move at all because it got so many Hone Claws up. So going for another Hone Claw. So it's got like a million attack at the moment, which is going to be more than enough to take out my last two Pokemon. Now going for the Waterfalls, hoping this would actually be enough to take it out, and it just misses the kill. However, Horlucha is still going to be encored, going for the Hone Claws again. I'm going to go for the Z move and finish it off. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, that is game. So I actually locked it in there. That Wobbuffet actually saved my bacon there. Or it saved my fishy bacon. Anyway, people, I hope you enjoyed both these battles. They were really, really good. I got to try out most of the gimmicks on my team. I got a good bonus battle at the end. And guys, you won't even believe the bloopers. You got to watch. Stick around for that one. And as I said yesterday, check out that Pokemon Fang team. I know a lot of you, it didn't even send out to like half the people. People were tweeting me this morning saying they didn't even see it in the subscriptions. Anyway, so that is the Horlucha down. And I got to finish it with some style. All right, people. Peace.